Good night, guys. Good night, guys. Worse. This is something that I have to ask you because you're a contractor, and I have a property currently under construction, and this is something that I know for fact. But I want to ask you: if the parish council pass a property, right, and you go ahead and change the whole blueprint as it relates to square footage and all of that. Wouldn't the parish council stop all of this from constructing? They wouldn't.
Of course.
Yes, because Mario, they would stop it because number one, when you're doing the foundation, they have to come and inspect.
Okay.
So they're going to look on the walls. They are going to look on the walls that you put up and say, look here, this is not the my drawing, brother.
All right, go ahead.
You can't put up this. You can't put up this.
But
You understand me?
Mario, remember expand upon that, Mario. Remember expand upon it. Remember, you know, if you start a drawing and you do some modification inside, yes, that must come check the foundation to come sign off on it, right? But if you continue and do some other change, because remember saying, you know, a wall don't necessary, a non-load bearing wall don't necessarily have to go down the foundation. You can't go up on the slab, you know. You know
Right, I know that. Yeah, man, I know that.
But if you breach the perimeter, listen carefully. If you breach the perimeter, that means if you have a 10 by 10 and you come out 12 by 12, a breach.
Exactly.
A parish going to be very concerned. But if you stay within the 10 by 10, you're
They
good.
will put a stop order on the project too.
It's a parish council, man. It's a building officer, them lazy. So them now come pinpoint, them now come inside and come check every wall where you have in your place. You understand? The only thing they check is foundation, when you cast decking, and if you continue up, they cast the other decking. That's it.
But the problem that I'm having now, and may I tell you, that them people they will call themselves integrity commission and them people they are really sick stomach and them Eddie. Remember the KSAMC is controlled by the People's National Party. You are telling me, say, if this construction will go on wherever them say it are going, and the KSAMC now go have this thing under scrutiny if we say yes, and the Prime Minister has called to them and do this, we are have this thing under scrutiny. Anything we are liquid on have any company news just as how them do KFC done in Manchester. What's wrong with these people? Why is it that them people here really want to see Jamaica go down in our hole? Me just nag.
But Mario, you have issues already happening with the NWC person there. You see, no engineer is going to put his career online for no developer right now. None. Now do it. Because, let me tell you this, once you're in college, they tell you, look here, you see, once something go against your name, it hard to come off. So when we go out there in the field, do everything to the book. If a developer want to do what he want to do, don't sign it.
Exactly.
So the KSAC people will not sign that. Because you see what people can KSAC go quote? They are not going to do that anymore. Stick to the building code.
First, me submit a plan. Right? Me a construct a property in a greenie. Well, it literally come out part-time complete. You understand? And I don't know if you hear the story, them broken out the property, take away window door, all of that. I now go down the road about now. Right? And me submit the plan to the St. Catherine Parish Council. And them come, them check it. I was trying to put in a powder room in the thing, right? But the architect I say if me put the powder room, them are charge me for some extra something.
No go so.
And when me hold on because when it was like he was saying that if me put the powder room in it had more space, me would have to add more space or something like that. Him did that.
Mario, what the architect need to say to you can put in the pipes and everything. When the building is finished, if you want to add a powder room later, you can put your powder room inside.
Yes, that's
what most people do. Because look here, once I do the building with the approval that I got, and I'm gonna change something inside the building, I don't have to go back to KSAC.
That's what he.
It's
No,
when
that's what he.
When you do what
Go ahead. Go
when I
ahead.
make changes to the outside of the building, like going up or going wider, you have to go back to parish council.
Right.
But I can renovate inside my building.
But that's
You understand?
that's where I was. That's where I was heading at. That's where I was heading at. You know, when I said
Because-
to him that, when I said, he said the exact words that you were saying. No, you understand? And I said to him that we can do something on the outside. He said no. And then when the engineer from parish council come and said you can't change anything where you want, change inside that the thing once we approve the floor.
Right.
If you make no changes on the outside to say
You're in a problem.
that's where we'll be.
You're in a
where
problem.
we are problem with.
Is
So
that-
it
is that
don't
weird?
matter-
One
it don't
on the-
matter, right?
Mario, listen, if you're gonna do some extension on the outside of what the parish council approve, you don't really have no problem. You just need to do an amendment and bring in the drawing.
No, yeah, that's what no, we're not talking about that. You'll have to do an amendment all over back again and all of that stuff.
But
Me know
the powder room is not supposed to be an issue.
No, me know what he was saying, you know. I wanted to add more square foot on the outside to get more because the master bathroom would have to take out some of the space right at the master
No,
bathroom.
man, you can't do that, man.
Right. So me did
You
that
have to amend it first.
me did that say try and get the more square footage outside. So he said no, him can't do that. He can't because parish council is a cause a problem and all of them. So he'd have to go redo back over all of them, suck back again and
It
whatever.
to be amendment and then
Right.
some
Right.
amendment.
And when the engineer came there, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, someone else. I don't. You're not going to have a problem. You just going to have to do an amendment. That's it.
You understand? So me not understand.
Even with the thing that they were talking with the prime minister, the company that the prime minister, they can also, ask for an amendment, If they have 2-bedroom and the density can take it and you say, oh, well, you want to amend this to maybe 3-bedroom,
Exactly.
right? Then you submit that to parish council and they say, no, Bridget, we're not going to approve that. Yeah, you can approve it.
Right.
You understand me? So what we are saying, the IC overstep their bound because the person have time to go and do an amendment.
Keep
They
on
can go
doing this
and
shit.
do an
Keep on
amendment.
doing it.
All right. Hold on. Let me.
Rich Tev wants to say
Hold
something.
on a second. Rich Tev
wants to
talk.
Okay, no problem.
Alright.
Come to Rich Tev.
Show labor rights. Show labor rights.
Shower.
So first of all, I've been listening and then hearing the points that everybody wants to make out. And as a politics student and a law student at UWI, I can confirm that I don't know about the whole construction thing, but I know how property law works. And once a building has been approved by the KSAMC, once the variation in size areas and the reconfiguration of the layout, which would normally occur if you're doing a building, if that does not materially change the original blueprint that comes up, then it is still in process. It is not a breach. Secondly, as labor rights and as a youth arm to the JLP, we need to be better than the PNP. That's one. We know who run KSAMC, PNP. So the moment this hit the article, I have not read a single word out of the 63-page report because I don't need to. Why? This report comes out at a time where the Prime Minister is doing a judicial review. We need to be smart. Them have one thing to do, and that is to oppose anything JLP wants to do, and that includes the Prime Minister. As labor rights, when you see it, just shaking the head and laugh at it, because what our Prime Minister has to do is to prove one thing is that there's not a breach, and that's going to be happening because it's not a breach, and they're already working to prove it. So I understand it's disheartening when you see the Prime Minister naming the clean up all the wrong things, because trust me, as members of labor rights and as someone who is working hard to bring across JLP mission, it affects you too. But sometimes some things when you see, you just have to laugh, shake your head and say, oh, PNP is very desperate. Because it's one, they're full of misrepresentation information. They're the propaganda party, and all them can do, anytime we put something good forward, then twist it. House of Representative meeting today, not one single PNP member was there. So you just have to be smart about it, and then right after this report came out, But think about it.
Rich Dev,
Mhm.
is the Prime Minister name still on estate holding? That's one
Is it
question.
still on estate holding?
Yeah, that's one thing. Because we are hearing that is his son name in it. You understand me? So the Prime Minister don't have to talk about nothing about estate holding.
Okay,
They did it, man. They said that it's linked to the Prime Minister. They did not say the Prime Minister is on it. They said it is linked. And when you're linked to something, it can be in any way. It can be you directly, it can be your spouse, it can be someone that you're related to. So they did it smart. They did not directly put in the Prime Minister. And they did that
All right. So
Can
when
I
you
ask
make a public
can I ask
statement,
you
they
a
need to
question?
correct it.
Then if it is not, hold on 1 minute. If it is not linked to the Prime Minister, how the IC table it in the House of the Representative?
because once the Prime Minister, they said it's linked to the Prime Minister. They did not say directly to
two
him.
different things.
Oh, look here.
So
Under
once it's
section
linked to
38,
the Prime Minister,
it's under section 38 of the IC Act. Yeah, under the IC Act, section 38(1), that tell you that if you have a spouse or a child that live with you, then you have to also state their earnings in your statutory declaration. But in section 2, it says, if you and your spouse don't live the same place, or your child is married and under the age of 18, not living in your house, or the child is 18 and not living in your house, you the person now can put all your assets and things in that person's name as a trust. And the IC is limited to touch that. That is in section 38, subsection 2. So they are using section
that
1.
is true.
Can I ask you a
That is
question?
true, and that's right.
Rich, can I ask you a question?
Sure, you can.
Yeah. So you're saying that, we should ignore it and, it's a joke or whatever. We talk to the everyday people on the street, we bloggers, right? There is a perception going around to the regular person on the street that the Prime Minister has 28 bank accounts. What him want to do with 28 bank account? Now, you guys are not on the street to debunk that, because the regular person, even a GLP supporter, you'd think that they would know better. They're saying, well, yes, I totally like what he's doing, but what is he doing with 28 bank accounts, which we have to explain to them. So I get where you're going, but we still have to tell the layman, the regular man on the street, what is happening, so he can understand and don't go with this misconception and go spread stuff, because that's what the PNP are doing. They talk to the regular people. The poor man will not understand financially literate, they don't understand construction. Nothing in that. They just hear that the Prime Minister breach and his name is called again, and them run with it. So
Mike, I think Rich is at you, so he's probably very much be on the ground. Just to make that.
but when I said the everyday man, I'm talking people like the people who are listening, who want to know more. They're not listening to Rich at UA. Rich is in a different class of people that deal with that.
Marcia, I understand. Once it is out there, they are going to say the Prime Minister thief.
Correct, exactly.
One more scandal.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
must do something wrong.
Those are the people we're talking to.
And then the $3 billion thing that they're talking about now. The $3 billion they're talking. They
Jamaica
can't find $3 billion. And it's foolishness. If the Prime
3 trillion. Carry
But
3 trillion. Sorry. If the Prime Minister and the JLP take a $3 trillion, them in that prison,
But and the country don't lock
they
down.
would be in prison.
Or else
The country don't lock down.
the country that broke down, the bankrupt.
Yeah.
As Labourites, every single person that consider themselves to be a member of Jamaica Labour Party, whether you're an affiliate, whether you're a supporter, whether you're someone who loves the mission and vision of JLP, we have a responsibility, and that is to support what the JLP is doing. You said that we are not on the ground. We're may not everywhere, but I can assure you, when the initial state came out with the Prime Minister allegedly having 28 bank accounts, Young Jamaica, G2K, JLP, Next Gen, which is a committee I formed, we were all on the ground reassuring the people that we support the Prime Minister 100% and standing behind it. Now, as it relates to what you mentioned about on the ground, you are hearing what they're saying. Everyone on this platform, 109 people listening to this live, is hearing what they're saying. We have a responsibility to reassure the population that our Prime Minister is doing what is best in our interest at heart. You guys are on TikTok every day. It come out, make a video, make a post, make a repost, make a tweet. It doesn't take that hard.
So all of us responsibility.
But that's what I'm saying to you. That's the reason why. That's
Can
the
I say
reason why.
something? Can I
Hold
say
on,
something?
just let
Richard? But tell you something. What I'm doing.
Marcia finish finding. Marcia finish. Make sure lad. Lad Marcia.
What I'm trying to say, we're not saying that you guys are not on the ground. We're on TikTok every day. When I said on the ground, we mean like social media. Because JLP members who themselves are not aware of what is happening, they're coming to ask us. Like I said, the ordinary people on the street who doesn't know, like exactly, the biggest one was the 28 bank accounts. We were the one that were telling them, listen to me, he doesn't have 28 bank accounts. And even if he has 28 bank account, it's not illegal. Now, when you say 20, not even bank account, it's accounts. Now, when you say 28 accounts, we have to explain to them what that 28 accounts entail. And that's what we're saying. We have to give them the information so they can understand.
All right. Let me interject here now. You see, me I watch Twitter, but then call it X now. Twitter, Instagram, and a lot of platforms. And what I realized that when PMP is trying to debunk what is happening with the Prime Minister, I noticed that there are limited amount of comments. Like the people them not really with them, you know. I tell you that, you know, even on TikTok, you know. I realized that. And listen, the crowd that we saw at PMP conference, they were only there because of cartel. It was because of my PMP and because of free money too. So I don't see PMP have no chance in this race. You know, and that's why they are going through all of this, using the IC, weaponized IC to make more, to convince more.
Findings, they realize that the things are not really working.
The thing is,
I would ask me to read page 50 something. Finding out.
I mean, Peter.
You see,
Okay.
Petal will pass that, you know. What, because we know, we in the industry know that the IC have no jurisdiction in those things. They have none whatsoever. And we have to tell people that out there.
Hold on. You know, finding no, Vasa no, but we have 130 other people on the live.
Yeah, man. There's a reason why I said Peter should read it.
Yeah.
Petal, the people in front of the IC.
The people understand, you know.
People understand. You just want to give them the basic, you know.
No, man, who wanted
anybody ask me, I'll be explaining it to them. So
To make Vassal here the 50th. Give me the last.
All right.
All right, sister Vaslam, sister brother Petal, go ahead.
Yeah, you call one man and one woman. What do you want me to read again?
The 53 and 54, the conclusion, the findings.
Okay. All right. So before we get there, so I see I make one whole heap of recommendation, you know.
No worry about the recommendation. Because it's the same recommendations than the last time.
All right. So I'm going to read 50.
53 and 54.
While she's reading, you guys just mute and tap up the screen for him.
Tap up the
Please
light.
Yeah, the light, sorry.
Are the recommendations you want me to read, Vasa, right?
Yeah, man, where them recommend
But what is it that they're recommending? Where them set we're supposed to do?
Okay. All right, let me quickly read it. Recommendations. This chapter outlines the DI recommendations having regard to the findings made herein. The DI recommends that the Chief Executive Officer of the KSAMC implements additional measures to ensure adherence to the provisions outlined in sections 33 and 34 of the Building Act in relation to its inspection, and post-permit monitoring responsibilities or functions. So basically, after they issue the permit, then we still go back and inspect. That's what they must say. The DI recommends that the KSAMC conduct an administrative review of its existing compliance regime with respect to building permits issued by that entity. The review should include a capacity assessment, both of the adequacy of the human resources available to the KSMC for post-permit monitoring of building developments within the municipality's jurisdiction, as well as the technical competencies of the officers responsible for enforcement and compliance. Consideration should be given to ensure that the relevant processes are corruption-proof. Given the breaches identified in respect of the development, even though the KSAMC man said no breach today, the DI recommends that the KSMC make their own assessment of same and thereafter take any actions as are necessary and appropriate to achieve compliance with the Building Act. Notwithstanding Dr. Holness's connection to the development in question, having regard to the fact that the issues identified in this matter are similar to those identified by the DI in one of its 2023 investigation reports entitled Report of Investigation Concerning Allegations of Irregularities in the Approval Processes, which resulted in the construction of a residential development located at 11 Charlemont Drive, contrary to the permits issued by the KSMC and NEPA and the Building Act. The DI reiterates the recommendations made generally in that report. In particular, the DI highlights the following recommendations from the reference report. The Most Honorable Prime Minister and the Most Honorable Minister of Local Government and Community Development, in light of the breaches found herein and the need to ensure that developments occur within the built environment in a sustainable manner, the DI recommends the introduction of legislation which imposes pecuniary penalties on developers who willfully violate building and development permits for financial gain. More particularly, profits attributable to breaches should be forfeited. Additionally, developers should also face debarment in respect of planning and development approval for an appropriate time period post-breach.
Could you read that again? Could you read that again?
Petal. What the stupid IC don't recognize. The KSAC makes it money based on plans. When we draw plans and do development, that's how they make their money. You understand?
Yeah.
And if you give me if I do a drawing and you give me permission on that, and 3 years down the road, me decide to want to change inside of my building, where you going to walk into my house, come in there, come look? You going to walk in there and come look? They are proposing things that will just not work nowhere in the world.
No,
nowhere in the world.
Or let me explain a part here. And listen, guys, listen very, very carefully. You remember the guys, the two officials that got suspended from the KSAMC?
The NWC thing.
KSAC, man. Same KSAC.
No, man, remember, they approved the man from NWC development, man. That's where they run into problem.
No.
The guy from...
As somebody that is in the CM business, that plan me draw. What always happens is that sometimes when a client
Barnett, right? The Barnett man. Barnett.
I'm saying the NWC, the guy that work at NWC did a building that was in breach. Right. Because it's something that we discussed at the university, right? And that particular officer run into problems. You understand? But what I'm basically saying, if I do a development, I follow all the procedures and strata is approved and everything, and I change inside my unit, you have no jurisdiction to come in there and look again. What the IC is recommending is something that just cannot work in law, because building are always been upgraded and being changed, and the strata changed. Last year, you know that last year they changed the strata. We know that, right? That they change the habitable unit per acres.
What,
You remember that?
It moved from 30?
Yeah, it moved. It changed. You understand? And when you change that, and that occurred last year, right? So the law is constantly changing.
Let me explain what I actually get into when I say regarding to the two guys who get suspended on the KSAMC. What is happening, you know? Sometimes a client who have a property where only can take 30 habitable rooms. What I think what is normal that's going on down there right now is that the guys are cooking the drawings to get 60 habitable rooms, but submit the drawing with 30 habitable rooms, and then do the same thing on the site. And because you know, say when a man get fee money, you know, to basically sign off, say, boy, I really 60 there, you know, I really 30 supposed to be there, but I 60 man get pay off. So the fee say Andrew go own it is also a part of that running.
Yeah, but look here. Finding. Let me tell you this. We say when we do apartment building, we sell square footage. We don't sell habitable rooms. You understand me? We do not sell habitable room. We sell square footage in building. You understand? So when the IC feel like I can say, all right, I have 1,500 square foot and I have 4 bedroom in the 1,500 square foot. I'm going to get more money. You're not going to get no more money. You're not going to get $1 more.
In the report,
You're not going to get $1 more. It's square footage you sell. If I sell the unit, and then look here, after the start it up away, look here, Oros, you know, say, I want to clean up the inside of my apartment. Even if you check on Paddington, a lot of people who buy their apartment on Paddington just take out them tile and change up them thing and change up. You just tell a man brand new and dig down everything and change it inside that unit.
Listen to this.
You understand me?
Guys. Listen to this, guys.
That have nothing to do with you.
Let me just read the last part. Additionally, the DI would ordinarily refer this matter to the DPP. However, given the ruling of the DPP in the matter mentioned at paragraph 7.4 above, hereafter referred to as the Charlie Mount matter, they said the Kevin is just after the PM. The DI recommends that this report be referred to the KSAMC for appropriate action. In a ruling by the DPP dated January 20th.
Him still try to circumvent the DPP again too.
Right.
Because that is in law, you know. And you know the bad thing. You know the bad thing.
Finish reading.
You know the bad thing with it. I just want to say something. You know the bad thing. There is a judge that is on the IC and know that it cannot go that way. But him allow the DI. Him allowed it no. Him don't want to intervene in him work. Him allow the DI to go and run all over the place. Because at the end of the day, we know by law.
We know. Charlie. Remind them about Charlie. It is considered view of the Office of Director of the Public Prosecutions that the matter be referred to the KSAMC to conduct an administrative review in accordance with the provision of the Building Act. Consequent upon the result of this administrative review, it would be a matter purely within the remit of the KSAMC to decide whether an invitation is to be issued to the JCF to conduct an investigation into possible breaches of the said Building Act. Section 28 would oblige the KSAMC to investigative process and make a determination whether they follow up on the fruits of the investigation such that they are further mobilized to initiate prosecution in what would be a viable case.
So hold on the petal.
Look here.
We can pay the view.
Hold on, Bridget. Make it finish.
If they take the view that they are not minded to issue a fixed penalty notice, they may then invite the JCF to assist them in the administration of their investigative functions and place the matter before the court so the ingredients of the offense can be proved to the requisite standard. It would therefore be open to the KSAMC and they alone, depending on the result of the administrative review, to initiate criminal proceedings or activate the fixed penalty regime in accordance with Section 78 of the Building Act. Kevin Stevens.
And look here, Petal. There will be nothing like that. The only thing they can say, demolish these areas that you put up. We are not going to approve. That's the only option they can say. You can put a stop order on the property and say, demolish all those walls. If you put up walls, you have to demolish them. Otherwise, we are not going to approve. It's not going to be no criminal proceeding.
No, but
you can bet the man there with the ICU to live overseas. Him not spend a lot of time in Jamaica.
But here now, remember not our show that Petal. Remember in order for the police to intervene, the DPP has to give that order first. So in bypassing the DPP and say we not better go to the DPP, we go straight to the police, which is wrong because that is the same thing they did with in Royal Reed case. You wanna remember?
Look, Bridget, look here. I spent 25 years in construction. I am saying to you, the KSAMC do not need the police to go anywhere. They alone can go and stop and say, we are putting a stop order on this property. What he's talking is crap he's talking.
Bullshit.
It's crap him talk.
Or lock up for me.
Him don't know the construction law. Him don't know the construction law.
But I get lock up for breach building.
But that's
Lock up a breach building. What a stupid man.
Listen, guys. The Parliament matter was referred to the DPP after consultation with the Director of Corruption Prosecution, who had indicated that her prosecutorial remit does not extend to such matters.
I will know that long time from the beginning. Me telling you that the man is only making himself look shame.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because you cannot overstep the KSAC and the thing is, if the KSAC can bring those things to court, you know.
Can I
and the KSAC don't have to go to court. They just say, look here, demolish those things. Otherwise, we now stop order, we now do nothing.
Can I make a point?
You can't go to prison for house. If you're building in bridge, me tell you tear down your building. If you're building build wrong, I say tear down the building. Cut the building. Come on, man.
Can I make a point here?
What a stupid thing. You know, I feel like I'm gonna take up. You know, so I feel like I'm gonna.
What I'm saying, the guy already came to a decision and he's given directive as to what should be the outcome. It doesn't matter what anybody says. He is referring them for prosecution. I think Petal said he's also trying to disbar them from going about their work. So he already comes to a conclusion and he wants this to be the outcome of it. I don't care what anybody else says. That's what he's saying.
Marcia, the reason why I told Petal to read the ruling was what Horace was saying from day one and what we all been saying. We have been discussing this. The IC do not have jurisdiction to prosecute anyone when it comes to building breaches, if there's any. Whomever reported this matter to the IC is an idiot.
Political victimization, that's what it is.
No. They are political dunce. Because if the KSAMC had brought this matter to court or to light, they would have stand a better chance of prosecuting whomever is involved, and then you could have gotten the police involved. But no, they seem it fit to use their tool that they have. No, not power. The tool that they have at hand, which is the IC.
Right.
Because it's a PMP tool. So they want to use that now to get across a message. And in the finding, in the ruling,
Mark.
he went back to say they're putting back the matter to the KSAMC. Now, when you put that
No,
matter
but the
to the
thing is,
KSAMC, when you put that matter to the KSAMC, it is a deadlock floating in the water. It is,
Vassal, look here. When I look on everything, I know from day one they have no jurisdiction because this is my field. I mean, if you know my field inside out, they have no jurisdiction. And number one, the KSAC cannot bring police because the people in place go lock them up. That is crap. You can put a stop order on the building itself. You understand me? And then it goes through the courts. You understand me? What is talk? I think
the people who showed the commissioner and them never say anything about it.
no.
What
I'm saying.
All I would do up on Melissa yard when
Yeah, but what I'm saying, this person might be overseas, and I don't know why they give him the position because he's not privy to the Jamaican laws. Number one, him don't study the KSAC Act. There are many acts in here, the Beach Act. You understand me? We have Natural Resource Conservation Act, which NEPA come under all of those things. You understand me? And all of those acts. You have acts for the harbor and acts for a lot of things in Jamaica. And if you, the NWC Act and all of that, if you don't know those acts, why are you jumping in the deep end? Let the people do them work, let the KSAC do their work, let NEPA do them work, and stop. Say, never look at a thing here, look on this to me. Yeah. Go ahead.
Arash. Even in America, me know when people, for example, finish them basement and if the city get called in, then go tell them have to take it down and this and that, and them go come back and build come and city come. And they add, who get arrested for it?
Who get arrested and prosecuted? I feel like that man is taking some hard drugs, you know. I think I'm gonna take something hard, you know. He might take something hard, you know.
You guys are not understanding.
All over New York. If you lock your door and you know open your door to the city and the building people, and what them then can't block down your door and come in there. Jesus.
Findings. I know it's a political ploy, but him only make himself look very stupid.
No, I'm not talking about the political ploy. I'm not saying that they are playing on the ignorance of some Jamaicans.
Yes, that is what they're doing. Yes.
That's what they're going. They must have muddied the water who don't understand. Because most of Jamaican people that are reading, they don't like reading. So if you tell them, listen, the 28 bank account man I talk about, is other people accounts where Andrew owner is probably is a beneficiary or him dip on the contact list or whatever. You understand? And then bank account man, but if you go read it, then now go read it. They must work with the bar talk and a year say.
And that's why we have to push back.
That's what I want to tell you, find it. We say a lot of the people kind of understand it. Nobody tell the people like everybody that, the people them sit down and them analyze the thing, Them analyze
some don't still don't understand. Bridget, some don't understand because look here, they don't realize that if you take out a bank loan, if you take out a loan, you automatically have a different account. You have one more. If you have 2 bank accounts, I'm going to take out 4 loans this year. I have 4 different accounts that So they must have 6 accounts. You understand me I say? But it's originally I only have 2 accounts. I have 2 bank accounts.
Listen,
a lot of things are analyzed. We might think that them stupid, but I think a lot of persons are analyzing it in their own way.
Bridget, let me say this.
Bank account.
Let me say this. Remember, we have more educated people than before, than back in the days, So all they are trying, they are embarrassing themselves because people say, but me as a black person, yeah. I have 20 bank accounts over the years. So if Andrew have 20 yet, he should have 50. Like how he rich. You understand what I say?
Because some people them analyze the thing. Or
Yeah,
them analyze it, man.
people
Um,
listen,
Them sit down and they look
PNP
at
have
and
no
them analyze
chance.
it.
let me
PNP
say
And
have
something
no
real quick.
chance. They have no
you,
chance.
you see, the
Let me
more
say
them
something
go
real
after the
quick.
prime minister, the more the people them understand what go on. The more them go after him, is the more the people them understand what is going on. Because you
Yeah,
know how
and
you
people,
can
and
build
people
two
are saying,
bedroom and turn it in a 4 bedroom.
and
Not
Let me
two
say
and
something
bed.
real quick.
people are saying, what is this witch hunt for? What is what? I mean, them are
But
dig dig.
but
Yeah.
but but funny enough, you know that most of the builders in Jamaica that is building uptown are PNP. Do they know that? Mark Bolin know that?
Can I ask you this question?
And I think he does
But
because he's doing a building in Ochiras right now, right behind the
but
Jerk Center.
here the report, that the report that Petal read said that other similar buildings are taking place right in the area same way. It's not only that alone. Other building with the same thing is taking place.
So why they never highlight all the buildings?
Exactly. But it is in the report. Some report that Petal read. Them disgusting, man. And me still cannot understand if them conclude the investigation on the prime minister from how much weeks now. Where was this that them just find out? I don't want to say people can. So everybody, so for the whole year, somebody can report something on you, and you just continue. There's no end to it.
I think they know what is going to happen to them. They're on their way out.
Of
And they
course,
realize that.
of course.
Remember, I think it's because them started this witch hunt, and because them sitting and losing, them are dig up more things.
Yes, yes.
Please, prime, and
And
it's gonna go on, and them not gonna stop. They
To the
can.
learned judge, with so much person had so much respect for him, come out and tell lad about how them a try demolish the commission, right? And me tell you, man, the Panther, that person had so much respect for. When you read the comment, man, you have to shake your head. He has lost all credibility because of his, and I'm telling you, people, when the IC started, a lot of us not even remember anything about them. Me telling you, it's since Mark Golden get the leadership of the PMP, this is when all this bullshit started. They weren't like that before. They weren't.
Because he was one of the person instrumental in going through and doing the IC Act. And in the IC Act, he put a loophole in it for himself.
Exactly.
Section 38, subsection 1 and 2. That's why he just moved all his money and all his company in his son's name and put it in a trust.
Right.
So he knew, and most, look here, a lot of them in that party put their money in trust, so you cannot touch it.
You cannot touch it.
So you see what happened when that little thing come into them and them see everything, them say, you know what, this they are gonna just automatically certify this because they can't touch the trust. And it's exactly what Andrew and the JLP need to do. Put all of the money in our trust and see what work the IC will have to do.
But what on
And then they're going to say they want to see in section 38.
or isn't that illegal to have your wealth in a trust
No.
if you're running for government?
No, under section 38. Under section 38 of the IC Act.
Me know. I them set it away.
Right? Yeah, the section 38.
It need to be removed. It need to be removed.
They will not remove it. And the only way they're going to remove it is let everybody on the one side take all of the money and start putting a trust. And when they start putting a trust, the IC are going to realize they have no power to investigate nobody. Then the boss say, we want to remove that part of the act. We're going to update it.
Well, that's what the Prime Minister needs to do.
No, but if the Prime Minister asks them to do that, they are going to have a problem with him.
Guys, there's a subsection there about that trust thing. I'm not I don't have the information on me offhand, but in there's a part in the IC
section 38 subsection 2.
No, there's another subsection that speaks about trust and if people willingly put their money in trust to hide it. There's a law there, but I'm going to read upon it and get back to you about that part. But
research it, Russell. So come
yeah,
on,
we can
Eric.
research it and get back to you. But
can-
I'm telling
But
you
you have
guys.
to know the intent though, Pastor. You have to
yeah, man,
know
they,
it's deliberate.
They,
there's
would
a
have,
there's a part that they spoke
and they
about
can't
it.
prove it. And they
Because
can't
it,
prove it. Once they do it, they
the
can't prove it.
the girl made an she did a thing about it and spoke about Mark Golden and his money and assets and where he hide them, and she was questioning why didn't the IC investigate him based on that section of the law, and why they just certified his assets and didn't use that section of the law to investigate his assets. But I'm going to do a little background check on it and get back to you. However,
Okay, Pastor, the PM issue a statement. Prime Minister
I looked through it. I don't see that.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says he's concerned he's been targeted following a new report from the IC alleging that a company linked to him has breached building permits. Holness said he's troubled by the way in which the commission is exercising its powers. Or Prime Minister.
Hey, still don't know. You have to understand, Andrew is basically playing chess with them local motherfuckers here, Because what am I do, he might make them expose themselves, You say, I'm calm and collective, and just drop some little hints like him drop it way just read a while ago. So he's concerned about IC targeting the development. You think Andrew a fool?
Remember, counsel advising they are exposing themselves because all the want about police, and a lot of people going to laugh after the DI right now. Me can guarantee you, soon, he might come out of the position. Because guess what? Guess what? No way the KSAC can go and lock up a person with police for breaching a building code. No way.
Hey,
no way. You can't get locked up for that.
Oros, you remember the time when he called the bomb threat up at Andrew House? You remember that?
Yeah.
That was PMP doing,
The commerce them saw him set it up, but anyway, make we say tan and dance.
Remember everything that the PMP accused the Prime Minister of, and talk about vote buying, and talk about a bag of sitting, because it has always been PMP playbook.
So the building not finish, and then come out and they say this and that, and KSAMC says something totally different. Them and KSAMC now they're on the same page. But I await KSAMC response tomorrow, because they have to respond to this shit.
And I can tell you this better, they don't have to respond to it because they have written already. Because that young man that write, who is it, the person down there with the approval, he just don't get up and write. Yeah, he just don't get up and write like that. They have to look through it and scrutinize it first before it comes to the public. They don't have to say nothing more. They have already said that all they need to say. It is not the IC jurisdiction, none at all. And the IC realize it's not their jurisdiction.
Horace, the IC will get it's like how NWC shamed them the other day. when NWC shamed them because they were saying that NWC never said that about what the Prime Minister declared that people in their pension age they might go basically write off them bill, and the PMP were saying that not no go so that I must see he and he is as a petal.
I think I interpret.
Yeah.
Yes, he said he never consulted with them.
I want to say thing with the KSAC.
So the Prime Minister never consulted with NWC before he made that statement. Yeah.
Hey, it's a one time politics is boring, but no, me I tell you, say it's like what you call it thing that come on TV again, look show them Days of a Life and them saying soap opera. Piece soap opera go with the PMP them man.
But do you remember when he was when he was building his house, right? when he was running against Peter Phillips. That was the same thing that came up. And, you know, people started out first to say, yeah, you have to prove this, but then they keep going at it. And he was to come out and tell them where he got the loan to finance the house. And that's when people say, come on, guys, you know, left the man alone. You know, you guys went to Dubai, go buy, or the French Riviera, go buy a house in a Timbuktu. And he's building here. So after a while, the Jamaican people, them get it to say this is a witch hunt. And just exactly what he just said there. You know, he knows they don't have any
okay,
jurisdiction.
Guys, listen now what the Prime Minister said. All right, so I read the first part. Having read the report of the Integrity Commission, I am concerned that I am being targeted. Firstly, I am not a director of the company, which is the subject of the report, and I am not a shareholder in the company, nor do I own the property in question. Therefore, it is a puzzle to me why I am a subject of this report. I have been informed that the development has been inspected by the competent authority, KSAMC, which has confirmed that the number of rooms approved are the number of rooms constructed. Based upon the report, it is of great concern that the investigator ignore the statements given by the KSAMC, which is the competent authority, that they observe the development to be in structural conformity with the approved plan. It is also of concern that the investigators ignore the statements of the persons involved that explain the work being undertaken and went on to draw more than coincidence that this report was submitted to Parliament a few days before the delivery of judgment of the Supreme Court in a matter in which I am seeking judicial review of another report of the Commission. The fact that a statutory entity would exercise its powers in such a manner is troubling. The transparent attempt to attack my reputation will not deter me from serving Jamaica. While the Commission has made no conclusions or finding about me, I have asked my lawyer to review the report and provide further advice. Oh, remember me asked this evening, says, so what them to do to the Prime Minister? Oh, remember me asked that? Do you guys remember?
I told you that he should sue them because that's what he should do.
Hey, I see a dig into a rat in all.
Oh, get a last. That we can tell you.
8 minutes ago, they meet for.
So before you go and meddle in people's business, don't you do the investigation first to see if the company, the man owned the company?
No, they assume that he was still a part of it.
Them get an eye about calling up his name. Them just want
calling his name. You know, the sad part about everything here is the Jamaican people going to have to pay Andrew because he's going to sue them and he has all right to do that. And it's our taxpayers' money because of somebody incompetence. And this is where we talk about incompetency. Because of incompetency and vindictiveness, he's going to sue them and he's going to get some big money.
But Marcia, no, them say the Prime Minister rich. No, they don't know how him earning money now when him just sue them.
All right. Because that is two separate lawsuits right there.
Yeah, man.
That is two separate. Could be more. Oh my God.
Marcia, you see from my ear, I hear it on TVJ and I listen exactly what they say on it. And I look and I say, look here. These people don't understand they have no jurisdiction in that. It's NEPA and KSAMC can do that. And they can just put a stop on your property and they can demolish, demolish all these that you have. And then you will go ahead. Once you overstep all those agencies, government agencies, which you have no jurisdiction over, right? And you go on your own, go do your investigation, you are putting up yourself for a lawsuit.
Exactly. Put it up the country. Put it up the country because I think they're protected by some statute where you can sue them personally, I think. I don't know.
Yes, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. They are protected. Remember, saying if anything ironclad, based on how Mark going and said it, so that the IC can't get sued.
Personally, they can't.
Maybe,
The government.
maybe the individually they can get so.
That's what we're saying. You can't sue them personally, but it's the government of Jamaica they're going to sue, and guess who's going to pay for it? The taxpayers must pay for that. It's the taxpayers
You,
that pay for it.
so I'm looking at something else. Oh gosh, me I might look a brain. Look, I need something to pill, some brain pill. I'm getting forgetful these days.
I want some omega-3, man. I'm sorry.
What do you want to say? Oh, when Mr. Panton was in the parliament talking about he has to bring his own water.
Yeah, that was so disgraceful.
See a mother film statue. To say something like that?
He's a petty little man. He's a petty little man. That's what he is.
You look at them and learn a lesson from the pastor where they preach in a church and I bring down Andrew and then drop down in there. Look at them and learn from that. I wish pastor to drop down.
What it shows us, you have some elitist people in the country who doesn't want to see a poor man rise. That's what it is. They're in this little group and they prefer to keep that little group of elitist people. Only them ones
You know, say all of these entities created by the GLP, all of these oversight bodies and PNP no want nobody to watch them and tell them to do nothing. They just take up taxpayer money and just do what they want to do and put it in their pocket, you know.
All Labour Party people to put everything in trust now.
Me and some people have bragged about if the PNP wins 4 terms, that means that the populace never want JLP in power. So also a thief and a thief election.
I think that people, other 4 term then win.
Dead people vote and all kind of sitting.
Yes.
So what I talk about?
Mark Golden call upon the dead people for go vote for him.
You notice the woman who drop off at the stairs. She come out and a complaint about she's still feeling pain and this and that. I don't know Mark Golden look on her.
Look on her, in my life, poor people.
And some people talk about, you need to sue the government. Sue government for you, and you're not paying the rent. You're not paying rent. What can I sue talk about?
Right. And I'm not going to get all those money. The money went take a bomb as a bill out into a fix up the jungle.
No, I'm not going to do that now because he's not make the money down there, but he's so stupid. How you mean he's not make the money down there? And I them are voting back.
Right.
Listen to me, guys. That is like a game of sending the fool a little further.
Right.
You drop off of one building where the people then build. You never spend $1 for get it. You're living there and not paying no utilities in there. It became dilapidated and broken down, and you drop off at it now. I feel your negligence and carelessness cause that too, cause you are climbed at the step every day, go up and you never see it up down.
What you listen? They might live down with free. They might live down with free. And she said the thing are decay. And you tell me say nobody on say you look at the stairs one start to what do you feel
the mentality of the people. Do you see the mentality of these people?
They don't know we shot.
PNP set about 25 years to till. Because when PNP have a country in good times, how can you make a decision of fucking up 44,000 business?
Yeah. But look here now, even further than that. Remember saying these are the same people, these are the same constituents that live in the filth and watch shit water run past and get every day. These are the same people who have blatant disregard for their own lives and for their own safety. These are the same people who infestate the place with children, not knowing what tomorrow will bring for their kids. They don't have an idea of what they should be requesting from the government. They live in an oblivious state of not knowing what can go so.
Children, let me tell you something. Remember, the people don't have a choice. The people don't really have a choice still, because the enforcers.
They do.
No, man,
the enforcers sit with and have to vote for PNP.
They have to vote for PNP because if PNP ever lose down, they have to run away. That may I tell you.
But don't think that is far-fetched, Livan. Don't think that is far-fetched. You think them people are idiot? Them not see what go on. Them say put on PNP shut for one dog and they will vote for him. You think say forever this will be them granny used to say that every day the bucket go at the bottom of the well, one day the battery go drop out, You think say people can suffer fool they are living at them kind of skill condition.
And them rape them son and I rape them daughter.
No, the thing is, alright, you see, the thing is with them, you see, the thing is garrison. Alright, you see, because it's a PNP era, that what them do, them check the voting paper before it come out. As someone wrote this when me that town. You have to vote for PNP because somebody turn up over you.
Devon, you never hear me testify yet. Me live in a Philip Palwell constituency. Rollington town is
no, I Kingston, I don't know.
Let me tell you.
So me know.
Me I tell you a famous story now, just hear me. When I was going to vote, Me and a lady named Miss Chang. God bless her soul, she dead and gone. Anybody who live in Arlington Town probably know Miss Chang. She used to always out of Mr. Daly that out of Gilcher Street. And me and her go vote, you know. The whole of our family vote already, and me I go vote. It's when me pass Vaz Preparatory and I go down which part the cricket place there, which part them say if I go down the side the voting place. 2 men sit down on the top of the fence. Right? This is like after 2 in the afternoon. And the 2 men them perch on top of the building. And see me and Miss Chang a walk briskly towards them where I walk. And the man them say, like them ask if I vote where I come vote. And me not pay them the man because me I think say that I'm my constitutional right. I don't need to tell you nothing what me I do.
Answer them. Exactly.
Anyway, we approach them and the man them start get real agitated now because we not fought on them, you know. Man them say, oh man, you go back on the yard, you know, no what's it clock not vote already, you know.
Yeah, you can't argue with them because they have anything on them, you know.
Listen to me now, man. Me approach the gate still and the man start shuffle up and me I say, I walk on yourself. And Miss Chang grab me hand and the 2 hour wheel round, you see. And me find my backside and my yard cars. Now we're not only bulletproof.
What the police in there?
We're not.
No police in the constituency are when voting like one.
Back then, that was before Danville Walker. That was before certain things. But may I tell you, for the years where Philip Paul will have that constituency, certain things just were done and they were not done differently. They were just done that way and all the time straight run through. You follow me? So let us not kid ourselves, you know. Then the kind of something that, hey.
That's how you're gonna find people who change them vote and go vote somewhere else.
But we can't win back Kingston, man. Trust me. There's a lot of labor right over there. Holy. Can we see campaign over there? Philip Waite. You remember Philip Waite?
No.
Okay, the big campaign. Then Wembley, we didn't win it. Wembley, you remember Wembley?
No, I don't know nobody.
Yeah, JLP did win it.
Oh.
Yeah. We can't win back Eastern Central. Hear me, Eastern Kingston, man. And Port Royal. What a labor right there. Just want to reorganize again. Because Wembley did win it.
I mean, Joe got Wembley.
Yes. Right, man. She did, yeah, man. We did win it. I know who need one against. With the PNP man name again, him never win a seat. Everywhere he go and get beaten. But I remember the man. Come on, know PNP, you know. But I don't know Labour Party people. But I did the PNP.
Me don't know no 5 PNP them now.
No, some I know the PNP them at all. Come on, I did with PNP.
But the thing is, then in need, then them are fight for poor, and them are do anything to get poor.
That's it, because they want to go thief. But you know, I they want to go thief. That's all. They only want to go thief, and they're not going to figure. They will never see Jamaica out. Trust me. I see the one named Paul Burke, a same name, the criminal, the murderer. You remember that boy them dead over there? I bet him have a hand in it. And Paul,
We just want
come over there, want get rid of Paul.
we just want when election come, we just want the rights that the Supreme Court come vote.
Yeah, man, let me vote.
Benefit.
Right. Yes. So everybody gone? Where them there? Eh? Hello?
Somebody went gone. Somebody went there from early.
Oh.
I was here from the early on. I'm not gonna leave now.
Oh. So the
So I'll
plan is
talk
to
to you
give a
guys
lovely
tomorrow.
statement.
Alright,
Yeah, man,
Marja.
we have been on for the last 3 hours.
What? So me come
Yeah,
on late. All right then. Tomorrow we'll meet up tomorrow. All right?
2 hours and 5 minutes now we have been on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's a long time. All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, I don't
Classic.
normally run live so long, so that time for me jump off now for real.
All right. Take a
Right.
look. And tomorrow we'll come
Yeah,
on.
man. So again,
So
thanks to
I'm
everyone
on in
who came
Dujan.
over and
I'm on in
support.
Dujan now kick off the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
man. Thanks to everyone who came over and supported. As you know,
Yeah.
based on information coming out, more lies, more propaganda is being
Yeah,
spreaded.
man. That,
Tomorrow we're going to kick it off with Dujan's program,
yeah.
and we'll continue throughout the day
All
as
right.
we continue to debunk these lies. And remember, donate to a less fortunate this Christmas. Make someone else can have that big broad smile on their face and have a belly full and feel more comfortable and feel more loved. And as you can see, I've been advertising this where I did a supermarket list, not a wholesale, a supermarket list, and that's $6,247 per package. If you can donate to it, please do so. All right, as we try to feed at least 50 families this holiday.
Yeah, that sound good.
Alright,
Yeah,
Mr.
man.
Mama John, me try to reach out to you in the morning.
Yeah, man.
Me send you
Blessings.
one message, answer it.
Me?
Again.
Me, you send a message through there?
No, live on.
So why you send other man message?
Cool no man.
Okay, darling.
And me, you know, I'm Mama Joyce so.
Oh. You get to it.
But
Yeah, man.
but I'm gonna send you the information tomorrow as soon as I do it.
Alright, no problem.
I made my pledge that I'm gonna be doing at least 2 or so of the
Okay.
packages.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
So
Yeah,
we'll
man.
talk.
Alright, thanks.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
Okay,
Good
then.
night, everyone.